A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome to the final stretch in Hot Wheels Hilarity Season 6. This season, I tell ya, was pretty extravagant, and it did seem like there was quite a lot of boundaries that I was able to overcome over the past 3 months or so, but it's now time to come to an end. So sadly, this is pretty much all I got here to offer. But, you know what? You're probably wondering, where are the cars at? Because after all, this is the all-familiar Mega Hauler. In case you haven't already heard of it, well, it's been a part of Hot Wheels Hilarity before. Quite some time ago, actually. Where I used this as part of a test, and it turns out that some cars were able to do somewhat alright in its sort of infinity-shaped track. But here, it's a bit different. Again, where are the cars exactly? Glad you asked. They are right here. And, well, you know what? Within each of these baggies, there actually are brand new models that I was able to pick up over the past several months. I tell ya, especially before Season 5 and 6 even began, I've had these things pretty much kept up in storage for some time. And these bags are indeed full of both brand new models and old models that I was able to get a hold of, some of which were at a hefty price. But yet, here they are in their glory, and they're finally going to be put out on Hot Wheels Hilarity tracks of any sorts. But the real question is, though, how can these 7 bags basically comprehend this one layout right here? Well, it's simple. Any vehicle that starts up here, navigates the U-turn, drops down, navigates a second U-turn, and then makes it to this piece here, will automatically earn themselves a pass. And they might even become a bit of an award themselves, especially for getting a brand new layout all the way through from point A to point B in only one shot. So let's just see how this in particular is going to be able to comprehend within the confines of this final stretch in this season of HWH. I've reoriented the bags so this way they'll be up facing against this wall. And I will pick these in a random order. They could be older models or they could be newer models. We got 7 different groups of 13 cars each to test out. So in total, if you do the math, 7 times 13, that's quite a big number of cars right here that we got. 91 to choose from altogether. They're all going to be on the track for the very first time, and we're going to see how proficient they may be, or maybe they could be lackluster. Either way, I'm pretty excited to finally show these things off after keeping them around in storage for about a year. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pick out this one. Go ahead and open this up because unfortunately I did not bring my tripod with me in the event I have recorded all 7 of these. Yeah, I like to keep all this in pretty good shape, so let's go ahead and get these things pretty much situated so they be in a nice sort of orderly fashion. And now, as you can see, we have ourselves all these things laid out in a nice orderly fashion. 13 newer models to pick from, many which are indeed recast, recolorings, re-releases, etc. But of course there are a bunch of brand new for 21 models that you can see here. Got ourselves a nice glance at these, and you're probably already familiar with some of these because I've shown them in Under the Spotlight before them. There are especially a few that you could probably identify yourselves. But yet, let's just get going here. We're going to start off with the Team Hot Wheels Dune Buggy. We're going to put you up here and well, with that in mind, in the clear, pretty much. Now let's move on to the Scion FRS. Well, that was not supposed to happen, right? Let's see if you can do pretty good here as well. Ooh, yeah. You're a little bit slower, but maybe giving you a push might help. Wow, you just slip and slide. Just made yourself your own slip and slide across this track. But that's not how this works. One more time. Well, would you look at that? Made it after all. Moving on to the Ducati Scrambler, pretty much. Not to be confused with the Jeep Scrambler. Of course, those are different models, but anyways. This one's probably not going to do so well, being a motorbike and all, but anyways. Yeah. Yeah, we probably figured that that would not do so well, but one more time, and yeah, pretty much would have figured. So you know what? Right around here, I guess we'll put you. Hopefully get you to stand up. Well, just leave it like that. Here's the 82 Dodge Rampage coming up next. Another guest of honor in Under the Spotlight, in case you haven't already noticed. And well, here it is in action. Well, nice work there. Here we have ourselves another older model that I was able to pick up as a rare reproduction model of any sorts. Thunderstreak, which was, I don't know if you could probably see it, but it says 1982. That's how old this model is. Well, Thunderstreak just streaked by. Here's another new for 2021 model, the Toyota Gr Supra, which of course is the big old resurgence of the classic Toyota Supra. Well, nicely done there. So that's 5 altogether. Ducati's out. Now let's try out the Robert Pattinson Batmobile, as I call it, because Mattel's just been getting a little lazy nowadays, just calling them Batmobile instead of being more specific with them. I, of course, have had to refer to the new for 2019 Batmobile as new for 2019 Batmobile because it's what I've always called it. They just call it Batmobile, not anything different. But this one is the Pattinson Batmobile, which makes sense because it's going to be driven by Robert Pattinson. But here it goes. And it succeeds. Well, Robert Pattinson, consider yourself a nice guest of honor here on HWH, finally. Here's the 2020 Corvette C8 R. This one's another great model, but oh, looks like that did not work so well. Let's try a little thrust. Wow, that was close for you. So right then and there, that's pretty much what that is. Here comes a bus. Another brand new bus model out there called Ain't Fair. You know what though? This one's probably by far the best that I could have ever seen come out of any kind of bus model. But how well does it do on the track? Well, seems like it could drag against the corners of the curves here, but we're gonna go ahead and try this out again just to be sure. It's going backwards pretty much. Well, we're not doing that. Wow. And has a really low bumper pretty much at certain points. Yeah, that's not going to work very well. So, okay, well, it looks like a great model, but it doesn't really perform like a great model in contrast to many others. So, here we have ourselves a 2001 Honda Civic Si, which of course was also a re-release, kind of like the 82 Dodge Rampage or the Scion FRS pretty much. Well, another one makes it. Nice. Here's the 70 Chevy Camaro Rs. Another re-release with a nice new orange color scheme to it. Kind of blends in with the track even. Ooh. Looks like that didn't do very well. Let's try one more time. Ooh, man. Alright, just one more. Because it seems to be, well, wobbling around on the track because it's a little slimmer than most models. Wow. Unfortunately, that does not seem to work out too good, and so unfortunately you're out. Next is the Custom 70 Honda N600. This one you've definitely seen in various Hot Wheels related media, even before this on my channel. Well, it practically aces this competition right there. This little test is getting pretty darn freaky here. Lastly, we have the Mercedes-Benz 500e. Well, with that, here we got ourselves a nice 10 models to make it all the way, including the Scion, the Dodge Rampage, Thunderstreak, the Corvette, and the Honda N600. So that was a pretty nice success. For a bunch of brand new models, either reproduction models or recolorings or re-releases or anything else that's associated with Mattel nowadays, that's pretty much what we're going to get here so far. Hopefully these three over here, they might have a chance to improve in the future, but until then, this is pretty much what you're going to get here. So, you know what? I'd say this is a pretty good run so far, but yet there's still plenty more to come around here. 6 more bags comprised of 78 more racers, pretty much.